Hello everybody! The first part of this musical tutorial focuses on the basics behind chord progressions. Before we jump right into chord progressions or even chords, let's talk about half steps and whole steps. So before we talk about scales, we gotta remember that a half step is from one key to the next right beside it. And two half steps make up a whole step. There are four different types of scales: major scales, natural minor scales, harmonic minor scales, and melodic minor scales. Each of these scales is diatonic, meaning that there's a pattern and it's not just hitting every single note on the keyboard. For a major scale, the formula is whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. For every minor scale, the formula is whole, half, whole, whole, half, whole, whole. Major scales and natural minor scales are the most common in chords. However, if you're curious about the other two formulas, here they are. So for each and every type of scale, you can start on any note and follow a pattern to make a scale. For example, let's start on C, and we'll follow the major scale pattern. So whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. As you can see, the C major scale is only made up of the white keys, but other scales include the black keys. So let's start in D. Let's follow the same exact pattern. Whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. So as you can see, the black keys were involved, specifically F sharp and C sharp. In any scale, the distance between the root or the beginning note to another note is called an interval. Let's look at the C major scale. From C to the next note in the scale, D, is a second. C to E, a third. C to F, a fourth. C to G, a fifth. C to A, a sixth. C to B, a seventh. And C to C, an eighth, also known as an octave. Those intervals were determined based off of the scale. However, intervals can also be explained through a combination of half steps and whole steps. These are the same exact intervals, but this time with their proper names. So C to D, major second, 2 half steps. C to E, major third, 4 half steps. C to F, perfect fourth, 5 half steps. C to G, perfect fifth, 7 half steps. C to A, major sixth, 9 half steps. C to B, major seventh, 11 half steps. And C to C, a perfect octave, which is 12 half steps. So major and perfect are used to describe the interval. Major is used for the second interval, third, sixth, and seventh, while perfect is used for the first, the fourth, the fifth, and the eighth. Minor and diminished intervals are another type of intervals. However, they do the same thing. It's just one less half step. Minor intervals are used for major intervals. For example, major third, C to E. Minor third, C to E flat. Diminished is used for perfect intervals, C to G. Perfect fifth, C to G flat, diminished fifth. Augmented is another type of interval, and it's just one more half step than any perfect or major interval. So C to A, major sixth. C to A sharp, augmented sixth. After we finish talking about intervals, we can start talking about chords. A chord is a combination of 3 or more notes. Chords are built from or based off of one note called the root. A chord is also called a triad, and it's made up of the root, the third, and the fifth. There are 4 types of chords: major chords, which is the root, major third, and perfect fifth. Minor chords, which are the root, minor third, perfect fifth. Augmented chords are the root, major third, augmented fifth, and diminished chords, which is the root, minor chord, and diminished fifth. So let's recap. Major C chord, C minor chord, augmented C chord, and diminished C chord. So there are many other types of chords out there. However, we're just going to focus on this main four. Now we'll continue on to diatonic chords, which are chords made up with the notes of only one particular scale. If we look on the C major scale, we notice that every note is on a white key. So let's just play a C major chord. Now keep our hand in the same shape and lift up our hand. And then move your thumb over to D and play that chord. That's a D minor chord. So C major, D minor, F major, etc. are all diatonic chords on the C major scale. For diatonic chords, musicians use Roman numerals to signify the different chords. The first diatonic chord in the scale is assigned the Roman numeral I. So C major is I. The second is I. Third, I. Fourth, IV. Fifth, V. Sixth, VI. Seventh, VII. That's it. This makes it easier for musicians to transpose or change the key of a song. If the song uses the first, the fourth, and the fifth diatonic chord, the songwriter just needs to write I, IV, and V. For example, that was just in C major. So C major chord, F major chord, and G major chord. But if the musician wanted to play it in the key of D, then they can just do the D major chord, the G major chord, and the A major chord. So for each type of chord, there's different Roman numerals that can be used. For major chords, it's a capital Roman numeral. For minor chords, a lowercase Roman numeral. Augmented, a capital Roman numeral with a plus sign, and diminished, a lowercase numeral with a 0. Finally, we can talk about chord progressions. Now that we have covered chords. A chord progression is simply a combination of multiple chords. Here's a chart for finding different chord progressions in any major key. We can start in any chord and just follow along the chart until it ends with the root chord. There's also a chart for any chord progression in a minor key. This chart is not comprised of only random patterns. Every chord in a scale has this goal to eventually reach the root chord. And these charts simply arrange all the chords to the best sounding ways to reach the root chord. Well, that's all for part 1. Stick around for part 2 where we figure out why the chord progressions sound good.